We are officially dug out here in the Noise household. This is your Tuesday Insights for the 1 Degree Outside Weather Network. Our nor'easter and blizzard snow totals. This was a non-event across northern New England. Sharp cutoff here in central New England, too, and a quick ramp up. The purples to deeper pinks, 1 to 3 plus feet of accumulation. The 30-inch plus club select snow reports 39 inches in Cranston, Rhode Island, 37.9 officially at Providence, 37 in New Bedford, 3 feet in Kingston, right around 30 inches from Norton, stretching back down to Brockton. The wind gusts were impressive, hurricane force, peak gust of 83 on Nantucket, 78 in Cohasset, Wellfleet at 77, Quonset, Rhode Island, Norwell to Chatham, picking up 73 miles per hour. Still a number, hundreds of thousands without power. Still the most focused on Cape Cod, where over 85% are still without power as of this recording Tuesday afternoon. And the remainder of southeastern New England with the highest totals here of outages from southern Rhode Island, stretching in through Bristol and Plymouth counties in Massachusetts. We were so great about sending in reports during this event, your pictures, as well as your videos, right in the Send to Us tab of our app. Our app is the one-stop shop for everything. It's free. Give it a download, thousands of 5-star reviews. Now we turn our attention to the next event. And in the scheme of things, it's a fairly minor accumulation. That said, it's very impactful because of the short window of the timing. The western portions of New England see snow come in first between 3 and 5 a.m. It shifts east between 6 and 7 a.m. And it does ramp up quickly. So notice some of the deeper blues in here. The problem, too, is that it's cold tomorrow morning to start, running in the teens in spots before we rise into the 20s to lower 30s. So impacts for the morning commute include reduced visibility, some slick travel, particularly untreated surfaces, as some of the steadier snow kind of overwhelms even the treatments that are out there. Notice we do make a flip over to some raindrops, the south coast, southeastern Massachusetts to Cape Cod. The temperature continues to rise, so we mix with rain even from the 128 to 495 belt by late morning to midday, and things are already wrapping up from west to east by the time we get to midday to early afternoon. Some pockets of snow linger longest across northern and eastern Maine, but may actually mix with some raindrops right along the immediate coastline as well. Another round of snow showers, though, does come in. This is not the steady snow in the morning, but notice between about 7 and 9 p.m. from northwest to southeast, we may get a brief coating in some of these communities. And then the issue is that the skies partially clear out and the temperatures drop below freezing across the board for most areas, with the exception of a few spots here early from the south shore to the Cape. So my concern is that any of that lingering moisture on untreated surfaces will cause some black ice and some slick spots as you're waking up on Thursday morning. How much snow falls, again, in the scheme of things, particularly compared to this last storm, it's little of anything, but it's the impact of the timing, with around an inch anticipated for much of eastern Massachusetts back down to the south shore, more like a coating to an inch when you get near the Canal and to the Cape, but 2 to 3 here when you get from the Worcester Hills, most of Worcester County into the Berkshires, with some higher totals, Monadnock region into much of central and northern New England, where this blue does represent 2 to 4, but some higher totals of 4 to 6 here when you get near North Conway, and then stretching just off the coastline of the midcoast of Maine, with little of anything in far northern New England, generally a coating to localized amounts near 2 inches across the Northeast Kingdom and into Coos County as well. So I know many kids, yes, on vacation week for some areas, and then still off of school as the cleanup and the restoration continues. But for those heading back on Wednesday, bus stop in the morning in the teens with areas of snow, and then 20s and 30s. So we do get a warm up as that warm front comes in. Thursday and Friday, sunshine to start with the feels like temperature in the 20s, and then a little colder on Friday, but up around 30 degrees with clouds increasing each afternoon. The great news here is the Thursday evening into early Friday system has been showing signs of trending farther south. It may come close enough, this next wave, to skirt the immediate south coast with a little bit of light snow, or in far southern New England. So we'll watch that closely. Again, it would be a fairly minor event in the scheme of things, but we'll watch that. And then the upcoming weekend, a couple of snow showers you notice in far northern New England Saturday afternoon. Another wave of low pressure goes by to our south and east. So varying amounts of sun and clouds, and a little bit milder, with temperatures that will top out in the 40s with some melting as we head into the end of the week and the upcoming weekend. Even on Wednesday, after a cold start in the morning, notice we get melting in many areas. Temperatures rising through the 30s to near 40 in southern New England, with the wind kicking up out of the southwest and then shifting around. So Wednesday night, as we drop below freezing and the skies clear out, teens in northern New England, some localized slick spots and patchy areas of black ice. Thursday, more melting. We'll be up around 40, probably just shy of that in southern New England, 30s to the north. And then Friday, very similar, pretty seasonable day. 30s to lower 40s, a little bit cooler, running in the low to mid 30s in northern New England. And then across the region on Saturday, we are squarely running into the 40s. The only exception may be far northern Maine that hangs on to some upper 30s, but still gets some melting during the day on Saturday as well. Our merchandise is available, by the way, hats, t-shirts, sweatshirts, you name it. The mug's on there too. A lot of different sizes, colors to choose from. Check it out at swag.onedegreeoutside.com. Thanks so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed this 1 Degree Outside video.
Get exclusive content, support the mission at membership.onedegreeoutside.com. And don't forget, free and 5 stars on the App Store and Google Play. Search the #1 Degree Outside Weather.